previously.
There's still a chance in this championship. When he got back into the holy we can win. Like it was this different person again.
I haven't won a rally in a very long time.
3 years.
Not that you're counting, but yes. Win's a win, and I'm super excited to have it. Just really proud of the team.
And now,
pay the man his money. It's a big motor racing tribunal.
All the math's going to come down to what happens at Tennessee.
No matter what, we go for the win.
Everyone just kind of went for it.
They're pushing these cars and themselves to the limit.
Looking at the lines, I'm like, there's no freaking way this man is staying on the road.
To be honest, pretty day.
this is launch control.
Tennessee kind of blows my mind as far as the number of different things that all just happened at once at a championship event.
It's down to the final 2 rounds of the American Rally Association Championship, and the 2 Subaru drivers are feeling the pressure.
Tennessee is going to be a challenging one. We've never been there. We don't have any pace notes. We don't know what the roads look like.
I knew that Brandon was superior in about every way, shape, and form, but I also know that under pressure, that's when we shine. That's when Rhi shines. That's when I shine. And we went there for the first time in the year saying, no matter what, we go for the win.
There was a lot of, not insecurities, but we better be on our A game.
With an undecided championship points battle and Semenuk missing the final round, this is a winner-take-all event.
Tennessee is pivotal.
Brandon is obviously looking for max points, be that a win or second place.
Having an issue, super rallying, any of that was like out of the question.
All the math's going to come down to what happens at Tennessee.
So our target was basically be within 5 points of Travis. But then Josh showed up.
Josh McAlean regularly competes in the World Rally Championship and boasts some real results in the WRC2 class. His arrival complicates everyone's plans. When a top driver shows up for a single round of a championship, they are here only to prove a point, which offers Subaru the very same opportunity.
There's been an ongoing debate within the sport, is our car overbuilt for the competition? We've built a car that we think can compete with a well-driven Rally 2 car. So this case at Tennessee, when we had a driver come in that knows the car very well, a very new, up-to-date Rally 2 car, super experienced, he'd never done the rally either. We're all on the same page.
If Josh gets between me and Travis, then it'll upset our championship.
Certainly there are reliable ways for Travis to find himself a championship.
Pastrana leads the field into the stages. If he wants to keep his championship alive, he needs to be the pace setter right from the start.
Go, 30, left 5, opens over 65, tightens 5 minus late.
With all his competition behind him in the start order, he's exposed. But there's only one mission this weekend anyways, maximum attack. McAlean also comes out swinging. The current WRC 2-spec car from Europe will be right at home on these tight and twisted stages, and his pace seems quicker than Pastrana out of the gate.
Go 30, 5 left long.
Semenuk starts third on the road.
Now long, tightens 4, 50. 3 left, opens, 40. Lane 3 right minus, pinch, into, clip 3 left minus.
His early push earned Semenuk a slim 6 seconds lead over Pastrana, with McAlean a further 4 seconds back. As the teams roll into the first service of the event, everybody knows that the bar has been raised.
Me, Josh, and Travis, we're all pretty close.
First stage, we had a lot of sweeping.
So Brandon's winning the rally right now, but only by about 4.5 seconds. Travis is in it. He's a competitor. They're racing hard right now.
First day, everything was clicking. I felt really good in the car. Making some time on the other drivers, getting some stage wins and creating this buffer.
It was the most intense I have seen all 3 drivers really in a long time.
Back on the stages, the pace ratchets up another notch. The Subarus shine on the faster sections, the Rally 2 car takes it back in the tighter twists. It's a blow-by-blow boxing match.
Left, max 5 right.
In a normal stage in US Rally, maybe one time a stage for handbrake, maybe. And that's only if you mess up. We were using the handbrake 15 times a mile.
35.
Just 180, 180, 180, 180. Like, man, we picked a hell of a time to come out of retirement. Let's go.
Being first on the road, Pastrana is losing time sweeping the loose gravel off the line. He drops down to third. After every stage, the times are compared. Each driver adjusts. But when the only adjustment is to increase the pace, stage after stage, something is bound to give.
3 left.
The question is who or what will give first. Despite the hard-hitting battle, nobody cries mercy.
The Irishman is splitting them right now. Brandon's in first, Travis is in third, and we've got one little special stage left.
3, 2, 1. Go 5 left out long, tightens 4 long down, late apex, kick jump, 50, 5 left mid long.
Some fanfare to end the day, but one thing is certain, there's still a long way to go for the event win and the championship title. Day 2 in Tennessee picks up where yesterday left off.
5.
Travis finished day 1 in third place. Come day 2, he was setting the pace.
Go, big kinks over 50, left 5 over crest, 55.
Pastrana needs to find 30 seconds to put him back in the hunt for the win. He'll start third on the road today, which should help.
I haven't seen that level of intensity from the competitors in a long time. They're pushing these cars and themselves to the limit.
We came out on day 2, foot to the floor.
After a year of struggle, the Pastrana of old emerges. Committed and in sync, the 199 team unlocks a new level with 2 stage wins.
He was taking big chunks out of me and Josh. And Josh, he saw that there wasn't that big of a gap between us, and if he drove it right and he was smart, that he could be fighting for an event win there.
I mean, honestly, drivers have an ego. Sure, they're thinking about the championship, but they also understood this angle of the, Josh and the RC2 car and what's that pace going to look like compared to our guys.
As Josh responds to Pastrana's attack, Semenuk must respond as well.
60.
The car survives the impact, but one of the tyres does not. The rally leader drops down the order with a puncture.
We got a flat. Okay.
While Brandon had that championship to think about, I do know that they were out there pushing extremely hard.
Late 3 right minus, pinch, back off later and because if it goes.
They choose to drive out the flat to the end of the stage to minimise the time lost to McAlean.
The fact is, a well-driven Rally 2 car can compete with our cars here in America. We want to be competitive. End of story. Next
stage, more bad news for Semenuk.
All left over 35, tightens late 2 long.
Brandon went out hard on the next stage, and the more you push, the higher chance you have of getting a rock.
The balance of power shifts. Subaru lands on the back foot. As teams line up for the longest stage of the championship, the pressure is on.
Josh had chosen that stage as his moment to push, as he'd had a couple back and forth stage wins with our guys, and I think he thought, this is where I'm going to make up a bunch of time.
With Semenuk now hauling 2 flat tyres as spares, he must continue without a safety net.
Everyone just kind of went for it. We all kind of knew it, but that was going to be a make or break stage.
Brandon is a little bit caught up in that. Josh goes through there, and it was kind of a weird step up where the cross road was flat and the stage road went like this and then up again. Josh cased the car, DNF.
I have no idea what they were thinking.
Next up, Semenuk.
80. Max 5 left.
Brandon was surprised at how much pace he got out of the preceding corner.
Slow. 4 left plus.
It didn't work out for him.
Slow. 4 left plus. Tightens. Puncture now. I don't know, maybe.
Travis was letting that play out in front of him.
From my motocross background, there was not a chance in hell I was going to try to jump this road gap.
He did!
We got away unscathed and Josh didn't, and all of a sudden the rally's like flipped on its head again.
Unbelievable. So sorry.
There's a million corners, a million intersections like this, and that's rallying sometimes.
3 of the top 5 cars tried it. Semenuk's Subaru was the only one that managed to survive. For a second, I thought, all we have to do is win this rally, and Brandon's gonna be third. Maybe we don't need to win the power stage. And then they crashed.
Opens, they're okay.
And it all came down to the power stage.
Time to put the troubles in the rearview mirror. With Pastrana leading the rally and Semenuk back up to second, the math is clear.
To be honest, pretty shit day.
Whoever wins the power stage wins the year. Simple as that. North Carolina. At the Speed residence, with no events left on the calendar, it's time for the annual family gathering.
This is what happens. It becomes madness. This is just my stuff. He hasn't started.
I have started.
You have not started.
I got out of bed.
He just asked me where his suitcase was.
Yeah, it's in the laundry room.
In the laundry room. That's where his suitcase is.
Yeah, it's already full of clothes too, from the last trip.
That are dirty.
I grew up in a racing family, right? As a kid, you know, from 3 years old, I followed my dad to go-kart races. And so that was, you know, part of my identity really early on in life. And then I married into a racing family with my wife and her father and her brother and her sister-in-law, my stepson. Everybody on that side of the family has always been in racing.
My family are drag racers. Everyone travels all the time. We never get to see each other, even though my family's only an hour and a half away from here. So the week of Thanksgiving, we all get together and go to the beach every year.
Racing. It's some commonality that we all share, but it's also something that I didn't want to force on my kids. I think, like, if you notice that you look around the house, there's not anything racing related here. And that was intentional because I wanted my kids to have the opportunity to find something on their own that wasn't necessarily, you know, motor racing. They get to see it, you know, on Thanksgiving when we go and see the family, like everybody gets around, it's a big motor racing tribunal.
So you have all these competitive people and we all go to the same house for Thanksgiving, and sometimes it's comical and sometimes it's awkward, but it's always a good time.
Okay. Ready? Ready.
It's a few hours drive, but when this family unites, it brings over 30 championship titles under one roof.
I started actually racing karts really late. I was 10 when I got into a go-kart for the first time. But as that turns out, because I had watched so much racing, I was so involved in it, even though I wasn't racing, the very first time I got into a go-kart, I was pretty good. She's cocky. Look at her. I immediately stopped playing any of the other sports I was doing, and within a year of driving a go-kart for the first time, that's where I put all of my energy.
We're gonna start here, and there's a line down there that we made earlier where we're gonna end. Okay. Ready, set, go!
Oh, I think even honestly at 12 years old, you know, I was like, oh, I want to race in Formula One. Somehow that manifested itself into Red Bull calling with an opportunity to try out for the American driver search.
After winning the driver search, his trajectory towards Formula One accelerated, racking up European Championship titles and finishing third in the GP2 series. He made his F1 debut with Toro Rosso in 2006, the first American to make it to the highest level since Michael Andretti in 1993.
There is not a lot of people, I bet you can maybe count them on your hand, that can go in each discipline of motorsports and be successful at it, and he is one of those people.
Looking back on my career, that was a big thing that was missing. I didn't love racing. I didn't think it was fun. Racing for me was a place for me to validate myself.
When I met him and he did the NASCAR thing, right? He started in the ARCA, winning immediately, went to the truck, won immediately.
Yeah, it's just the thing I did to show everybody that I was good at something.
To do Formula E, right? To rallycross. He can be good at anything he gets in. It doesn't even matter what it is.
This is a really close race. That was kind of fun. Come on.
Don't be a baby.
I gotta be honest, you're faster than I am.
No. Dad, you're joking. Dad, you're joking.
You know, the cool thing about sports, this is all sports, not just motor racing, there's not a path. Like everyone's journey to, you know, becoming a professional in their sport, it's always different. And I think that's the beauty of sport.
this family has seen Scott grow.
When I first met Scott, when my sister started dating him way back when he came from F1 over to run some ARCA stuff, he's very unusual.
We did not know what to think of him. He was quite the character.
I thought it was a joke. Like, there's this guy who had bleach blonde hair, blue collared shirt with like these like racing patches on it, right? Like, okay, white capri pants, right? And I'm just like, there is no way this guy is racing in NASCAR. Like, it's not happening. Y'all are freaking crazy. But I think once they got to know the person that he actually really is, like, we're just all buddies.
We've kind of made him a country boy here lately, you know, but Scott is a good man. He's been a good husband to them kids.
He is a great father. He's the best.
I know what it takes to win, and I know the ethic you got to have. He gets in anything he gets in, and he's competitive. He's one hell of a guy.
For a lot of my life, I looked at things from my perspective only. And if someone was thinking something that I wasn't thinking of, I thought they were crazy. Like, how are you not seeing this? You know what I mean? I didn't even realize that there was a different perspective.
I'm dealer. You're dealer.
Pay the man his money. The last 4 years for me have been really interesting because I've spent a lot of time understanding myself, and I think that's pulled me pretty far away from like needing to compete or validate myself. We've already got so much money in there. Woo! We might as well add 20 more. It's a lot easier now for me to take a step and be neutral.
Oh yeah, let's go.
I can get along and understand everyone else individually a lot better.
I'm happy for you.
In Tennessee, a single stage remains in the rally with a championship on the line. 45 seconds down on Pastrana, Semenuk isn't likely to win the rally, but the 5 bonus points up for grabs on the power stage would be enough to clinch the title. The drivers know the stakes.
You put me in a bottom of the 9th situation, I'll come out on top 9 times out of 10.
Brandon kept an ace up his sleeve for the power stage.
Brandon needs those points.
And no one reads the face, no one reads the poker face. And then next thing you know, it's time to deploy it.
1. Go back to my right on gravel, 15 max maybe.
Semenuk and Williams enter the stage with everything to lose. This is their final event of the season, and they need these points.
Big bump over junction. Slow 4 left plus.
I think Brandon analyzed the risk and knew that when the pressure's on and he needs to deliver on one single stage, like a power stage, he's confident that he can do it.
3 right flip, and late 3 left minus, pitch bad, 30. 3 right tightens into keep, 3 left minus, opens little, left over 95.
Behind them, Pastrana and Gelsomino face the drive of their life to stop the defending champions, and they are determined.
There's a big difference between coming to a rally saying I'll do the best that I can and coming to a rally and saying we're going to win. That mindset is what it takes to have a shot at it.
Go. Right 5 gravel, 30. Hook left 5 plus. Right 4 short.
Pastrana has been the class of the field today. Can he pull off one more all-important stage win? Ultimately, the outcome is decided for him.
I pushed the first couple miles, but we had a power steering issue.
Jesus Christ. 30.
It's in Brandon's hands. If he stays on the road, he wins the championship.
Late 2 left minus, pinch bad.
After all the flat tyres and struggles this weekend, Semenuk is finally clean and clear.
Remember, late 4 right plus over horizon long, tightens in dip.
Looking at the lines, I'm like, there's no freaking way this man is staying on the road.
40.
It's a masterclass. This isn't how you win a championship, it's how you take it.
50, 3 left plus, keep long.
When I got to the end, the Dirtfish guys are there. I said, what did Brandon say?
Feel good about it.
He said he had a good stage and it's going to be really hard to beat.
Likely still won the rally, but I bet he took 35 out of us.
And then I looked at the time, I was like, that time was ridiculous.
Semenuk and Williams clinch the title with the power stage victory, no matter what happens in their absence at the final round. Pastrana can be proud of his second straight event win.
I don't know that I've been this worked after a rally. Tight, technical, just
moving long stages.
I'm beat. Tennessee really took it out of me, and that was a crazy rally today with some of the roughest, twistiest technical stages we've had all year, and some of the best competition.
In rally, it's you versus the elements. It's the choices made when your back is against the wall that turns a rallyist into a champion.
Brandon's class of field all year, man. Him and Keaton just absolutely crushed it.
And first place overall, we have car 199.
While only one of the Subaru drivers will be crowned champion today, both climb the podium as winners.
Congrats to Travis on an amazing drive this weekend. Today he really just somehow managed the car and carried insane speed.
I just want to thank Rhi for putting up with me all year. The team, missing around to take some time to heal up is not something that most teams would tolerate, and they're still behind me. And awesome to come back, find the pace, and get ready for next year.
That was an ideal way to finish because Brandon won the championship and Travis won the rally.
Hey, champions gotta do a shoey, right?
When you feel like giving up, it's days like these built on commitment, teamwork, and sheer determination that provide the fuel to overcome what's next.
Big thanks to Keaton, obviously. He's guided me through this whole year and in the last 3 championships. He was always there, very motivated, and giving me reassurance that things were going to go our way. And at the end of the day, he was right.
Brandon's exceeded every expectation I've ever had.
He earned it. Very good strategy on his point, good effort year round.
He's winning, but he's still getting faster. Like, he's not plateaued yet. He's still on an upward trajectory.
It definitely felt good to lock up the championship, give that to the technicians, the whole team, everyone involved, Keaton especially. It's nice, and it's nice to lock it up, and then hopefully the last event, Travis can go and have fun, and the team can kind of celebrate the success that they've already had.
Next time.
You can't put anybody in a car like that and expect it to just perform.
We don't mess around. It's like her coming home in a lot of ways.
She's got more experience at international rally than any of us.
My first memories in a rally car paddock. It's my home, my roots. I'm so excited.